MX2 qualifying is about to get underway here at Saint-Jean, and with 3 French riders currently sitting 3rd, 4th, 5th in the MX2 standings, there's a very good chance the fans could see one of their countrymen finish on the podium this weekend. But we're going to move on and have a word with some of our riders down here on the start line. We're going to first come to Jorge Zaragoza. Jorge, we don't usually see you down here on the MX2 start line. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I have this really good opportunity to be here. Good racing tell me to do some GP, so I'm here and just try to have fun, you know, and try to do my best.
You're currently sitting 2nd in the EMX 250 standings. How do you think your chances will be against these MX2 guys?
I don't know. I think that here is a lot of good riders, so it's gonna be more difficult, you know. But yeah, it's a good training for the European.
Absolutely, great opportunity to test your speed, but good luck this weekend, and we'll carry on down and have a word. I can just see him over here. Before we hit Petr Petrov in the face, we're going to have a word with Alexander Tonkov, because Alexander, since Qatar, there's been a dip in your results. However, last weekend in Matterley, it must have felt good to go home with that 4th overall?
No, I think it was 6th because, yeah, I crashed 8 minutes ago, but it was pretty good second moto, you know. I finally have a good start and I was riding top 3. So I was feeling really good, but after I make a small mistake, so I hope I learn from that, and I hope that race I can stay on 2 wheels and show some good results finally.
Do you think it's really coming down to those good starts? Is that what's maybe keeping you out a little bit?
Because now like competition is really strong, you know. If you take a bad start, you just ride like 10th position, you know? And if you start on the front, you can ride on the front. So that's what I try to do, start on the front, because it's kind of, I can do it, you know, like I have last year many whole shots, so just hoping for that, and yeah, we see.
Thanks, Alex. Best of luck this weekend. Right, let's see MX2 qualifying.
Well, a pretty busy crowd here this weekend to witness the qualifying on Saturday in MX2 at Saint-Jean d'Angely. Arnaud Tonus was fastest on the CLS Kawasaki Monster Energy machine, 1/100th of a second quicker than Jeffrey Hurlings on the Red Bull KTM. Dylan Ferrandis was 3rd, Jordi Tixier 4th, Tim Geiser on the Garibaldi Honda was 5th, with Valentin Guyot, Roman Febvre, Max Anstey, Ivo Monticelli and Alexander Tonkov rounding out the top 10. Some changes on the circuit this year, going up and down the hills in a different direction, but ultimately there are still around about the same amount of turns, and the lap time very, very similar indeed. Pretty perfect conditions as well. Jeffrey Hurlings right the way over on the left-hand side, getting a great start, but alongside him on the left, going into the next left-hander, Roman Febvre, as we go on board with Tim Geiser. The first few turns, and it was Geiser on the Garibaldi Honda, buried in around about 10th place, as Jeffrey Hurlings made his move at the bottom of the first descent on the Red Bull KTM, number 84, to find his way past Roman Febvre on the Wilvo Nastar and Husqvarna. Dylan Ferrandis got himself into 2nd, but would fall on the opening lap, all the way back down to 31st as we go back on board with Geiser behind Alexander Tonkov, these two in around about 8th or 9th place. Hard and slick, a lot of stones out on track. You can see where parts of the circuit have changed, using the hills in a different way. But towards the end of the first lap, Jeffrey Hurlings, Roman Febvre, Tonus had moved himself into 3rd ahead of Guyot and Tixier. This is Luke Stike on the Kemiya Yamaha. Big step down, getting it wrong and going down hard. And that was our GoPro camera out for the qualifying race. Fortunately though, Luke Stike, the Australian, was able to pick himself up, albeit ride back very, very gingerly to the paddock. His qualifying race over and done with. Jordi Tixier there just rounding out the top turn in 5th place. That's where he would stay actually, behind Valentin Guyot throughout the whole entire moto, which lasted for 13 laps. Guyot there in the orange on the Ippon jump, and Jordi Tixier just behind him. But this was Tonus making a move on Febvre for 2nd on lap 3. So the CLS Kawasaki Monster Energy rider on the charge, but by then Jeffrey Hurlings was around about 6 or 7 seconds clear, and the Swiss rider never really had the ammunition to challenge the Dutchman. The last time we were here in 2012, of course, Jeffrey Hurlings was the overall winner, so Jeffrey Hurlings getting off to a pretty good start in the qualifying race. The battle between Tonkov and the Slovenian rider Tim Geiser pretty much went all the way to the flag. Geiser eventually finding a way through on lap 4, putting himself into 6th, pushing the Russian Alexander Tonkov back into 7th place. But Jeffrey Hurlings, though, was just supremely confident, even on the hard, slick surface of Saint-Jean d'Angely. Tonus was a comfortable second in the end, ahead of Romain Febvre, who in the closing stages came under pressure from the 92 standing construct KTM of Valentin Guyot. Romain Febvre went back after Tonus with a few laps to go as well, as the Garibaldi Honda boys looked on their progress on Tim Dicey here, 2:43. Eventually he came home in 6th position, ahead of this guy here, Wilbo Nastan, Husqvarna rider 59, Alexander Tonkov. Behind them, Damon Growless and Jeremy Sewa on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki. Sewa coming home in 9th place. Ivo Monticelli on the Marchetti KTM came home in 10th, but the flag went out. It was a comfortable win for Hurlings. Tonus 2nd, Febvre 3rd, Guyot and Tixier top 5.
Jeffrey Hurlings, congratulations, your 4th pole position of the season so far.
Yeah, you know, the only thing I need is probably a hole shot. You know, when I take starts like last week and this week, it's awesome. You know, I start out front and don't have the roost of the other riders. Pretty cool. But I hope to pull the same start off tomorrow when the points are on the table, and hope to have a good day tomorrow. Today was a good day, and hope to come out with a win tomorrow again for Red Bull KTM Racing Team.
Well, then we'll see you tomorrow.